Lots of search engines, Yahoo, Bing, minor ones. What sort of market share do you think Google has got in the UK? Throw me a number.
95. 80.
Who said 95? Bit on the low side. I know you can't see all of these, but this is from a site that looks at these things. January to March the 10th this year, 96.28 of all search in the UK is through Google. And by the way, the second largest search engine, if it was a search engine, would be YouTube, also owned by Google. And a big coming thing is video. You look at search results now, you get news, you get video, you get images. They're integrating the whole thing. According to America Online, 71% of all people looking for a new service in 2008 started online. People are not picking up the newspaper. They are not listening to the radio to find out whether they can get the double glazing done. They're not opening Yellow Pages. They're going online. With computers, and now if you ask my son to search, he just gets his mobile phone out. He doesn't even bother with a computer. So 71% of people looking for your services are online. On average, 73% of new website visitors are referred by search engines. So if you took the time and you didn't have a life, I could tell you 20 I could tell you 20 different ways to get traffic to your website. At ICE Online Marketing, that's what we do. Any way you want to succeed online, we can deliver a strategy and make you succeed online. But 73% comes through search. Very few search engine users go beyond the first page of the search results. And I'm going to ask a few of you to be honest in a minute, because I'm going to show you a little graph about what that means. And 34% of people use a locale as well as a product or service to search. How many people in this room would say most of their business comes from Leeds and area? Show of hands. Is that mostly? Okay, so I would say to you that perhaps being found if someone put the word Leeds in a search. I do. If I want an accountant, I go Leeds accountants. Want a solicitor? Leeds solicitors. Want a chiropractor? Leeds chiropractor. I don't start with chiropractor. In fact, I get even more specific. I'll say sports physio. I'll say Leeds divorce solicitor. Actually, that was a few years ago. So, very few search engines go beyond the first page. So I know you can't read that, but how much traffic are you missing? This is from America Online again. Ranked 1 in Google for your keyword term gets you 42.8% of all the clicks. If you are number 2 in Google for your search term, you get 11%. By the time you get to number 10 on page 1, you're at 3%. And the whole of page 2 put together is 6%. So if you ain't on there, if you're not dominating these pages, you're not getting no traffic. And the biggest thing I see when I meet people is they've spent thousands and thousands on websites that are never going to get found, ever. Because pretty doesn't cut it. It's nothing to do with pretty. So to understand how to crack Google, you need to understand how Google make money. And they only make money one way, and that is advertising. Every time you search, you get 3 at the top and 7 down the side adverts. If you click on an advert, they get paid because someone's paying for that. Does anyone do pay-per-click advertising in the room? Does anyone pay Google to advertise? Enough do to give them a serious number of billions turnover. So, you have a massive lifetime value to these guys. They want you to hang around till the day you die. They don't want you to try Bing. They don't want you to try Yahoo. Because if you keep using them to search, now and again you're going to click on an advert and they make money. And that's what drives them. That's absolutely what drives them with the search results. So what do they want? They want to show you the best possible results for anything that you put in. They're absolutely committed to that. Once upon a time, if you wanted something, there's some ladies in the room, if you wanted shoes, you might put ladies' shoes in, and you start, and they put you through to a website, and then you go to size, colour, brand. You don't do that these days, none of us do. What we do is, if you're a lady, you might put in ladies' shoes, Jimmy Choo, red, size 6. And Google will send you results that take you to exactly that page. And if someone's been clever enough to optimise for that page, they're going to get a sale. People don't start with 1 and 2 words, they start with long words. And Google are absolutely committed to giving you amazing search results. They're very, very quality conscious. What it means to you is that there's a massive opportunity if only you knew how to grab it. So, Google have over 200 ways they rank a website. These are the main ones. I know you can't see it at the back, but I'll read some of them to you. On-page keyword usage, 15%. Websites that link to you and what they say about you, 20%. And the websites that link to you, how popular is that website? So it's all about two things: having the right words on the page and getting people to vote for you in Google's voting system by linking from their websites. There's some other stuff which is coming there. Steve, for instance, with talking about social media, social graph metrics is now 5%. They give you extra points if you link to LinkedIn, if you link to Twitter. They want to see you interacting. They don't want static websites. They want people to be talking, adding content. So what do people do with their websites? Guess what? They have one page which they optimize, which is the home page, and they forget every other search that people do. So research is big. Find out what people are searching for. It's easy to do if you know how. Reflect these search terms on your website. Google does not employ human beings to look at your website. It sends a piece of software. The software can only read what's written. So this is all about text. If you keep saying leads solicitor enough times in the right place, then they will get a message that you're a lead solicitor. And then if you keep adding pages, and every page mentions somewhere on it that you're a lead solicitor, they get a message. This is absolutely the cheapest way of getting traffic and customers. There is nothing cheaper than this. But you've got to find a way of adding the pages. That's why one of the services we offer is content. But the best content actually comes from you guys adding it yourself. But there are ways of adding content. And finally, get other websites to link to yours. This is time consuming, it's difficult, it's skillful, but you do know some people who will link to you already. You've got customers, you've got suppliers, they have websites. I'll give you a tip. If you search for the word click here, Adobe come up on top of the search results. Why? Because all the documents say click here, click here, click here. If you've got a link from a website to yours, if Steve linked to me and he said, ICE Online Marketing are a fantastic company for promoting your website, click here, Google would recognise the word click here as something to do with me. It would have virtually no value. If Steve wrote something different, if he wrote ICE Online Marketing are a fantastic company, click through to see what they do, and the word was on online marketing, Google would associate that term with my website, and because Steve is well known, famous, and got a fantastic website, I would get some of his kudos passed on to me. Because you're passing on trust. So don't ever use the word click here anywhere. Not on your website, not anyone linking to you. Never use click here. Always use words you want to be found for. Every single one of you probably spends money on marketing. There is no better place to spend money on marketing than online. And the great thing about online marketing is it's measurable. It's measurable. If you're on the radio, you're in the yellow pages, you don't always know where the traffic comes from. Online marketing, you can measure where it comes from, how much it comes. The one thing we can't do is make people pick up the phone when they get to your website. So anything to do with online marketing, Google search, we're the guys for you, we hope. Thank you.
Brilliant.